Yeah, today next concept, usability testing. Today first concept, usability testing. Remaining 9 we will discuss now. Usability testing. Usability testing. Usability means, so not only justifying the customer requirements. If it is justifying the customer requirements, that is not quality application. That should be user friendly. Then only we can say that application is quality application. So that application should be user friendly. After developing the application, after testing the application, compulsory we need to test usability testing also. The developed project or product, so usability or not, user friendly or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called usability testing. Usability means user friendly. The developer project is user friendly or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called user friendly, usability testing. So not only justifying the customer requirements. If it is justifying the customer requirement, that is not quality application. That should be user friendly. For example, user friendly application, best example, we have number of browsers like Google Chrome, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. We have number of browsers, but most of the people, they will use Chrome. Why they will use Chrome? So Chrome is very user friendly. So for example, we have number of ATM centers. So whenever you are going to ATM center, first it will ask you, oh, just enter your card. Just swipe your card. So after swiping the card, just it will ask you like password, and after that it will ask you the current account or saving account. So then after that it will ask you money transfer, money withdrawals, or cash deposit, something it will ask you. So after that we will choose one option, and after that do you want receipt to, it will ask you. So like that is called user friendly. It will navigate you. Some of the applications, some of the ATMs right now, only 3 months back I went one ATM center, that is IDBIS something. So just unable to take the money from ATM. అంటే నేను చదువుకున్నోడిని, నాకు తెలుసు కొంచెం అంతో కొంత. సో నేను మనీ నేను తీసుకోలేకపోయాను. సో దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. ఓకే, ఐసిఐసి బ్యాంక్ వెళ్ళండి. ఐసిఐసి బ్యాంక్ ఏటీఎం వెరీ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. ఇట్ విల్ నావిగేట్ యూ వాట్ యూ వాంట్ అనేది క్లియర్ గా నావిగేట్ చేస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. Not only justifying the customer requirements. If it is justifying the customer requirement, that is not quality application. That should be user friendly. User use చేసుకోవడానికి convenient or comfortable గా feel అవ్వాలి. Then only we can say that is user friendly application. Right. Next testing. Next testing. End-to-end testing. End-to-end testing. So I'm going to bank. First of all, I'm doing one transactions, like first time I need to log in, and after that I'm doing balance inquiry. So money transfer, balance inquiry, money withdrawals, balance inquiry, cash deposit, balance inquiry, and log out. Login done by me, logout also done by me. Login is starting scenario, so logout is ending scenario. Starting scenarios to ending scenario, if you work with any application, so that is called end-to-end testing. Starting scenarios to ending scenario, I'm working with this application, so this is called end-to-end testing. Starting scenarios to ending scenario, if you work with any application, so that is called end-to-end testing. So if it is a men's company, compulsory they will maintain end to end. So starting to ending, they will maintain. So if it is small company like level 3 company or normal company, small company, they will not maintain end to end. If they get any other project, they will take into that project, they will give the work. But if it is a men's company, they will they will maintain end to end testing. So starting scenarios to ending scenarios, if you work with any application, so the type of testing is known as end-to-end testing. Starting scenarios to ending scenario, if you work with any application, so that is called end-to-end testing. Starting scenarios to ending scenario, we are working with that application, so that type of testing is end-to-end testing. So you are the end-to-end tester. You are the end-to-end tester. Starting scenarios to ending scenario. If you work with any application, so that is called end-to-end testing. So starting scenario, login. Ending scenario, log out. Log into, log out. End-to-end, we are working with that application. So the type of testing is known as end-to-end testing. Next testing, monkey testing. Next testing, monkey testing. Monkey testing means, for example, monkey testing. For example, I'm taking one application. I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking an add button. It is showing 30. So this is normally action. This is normally action. So without taking any values into any field, directly I'm clicking an add button. So this is called abnormal action. If one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally, కావాలని ఒక application పైన abnormal action perform చేస్తే that is called monkey testing. Here is meaningless action. Abnormal action means meaningless action. I'm not taking any value into any of the field. Directly I'm clicking on add button. So it is showing something. So runtime error something it is showing. So this is called abnormal action. Intentionally, కావాలని ఒక application. If one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application. Application యొక్క stability ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి abnormal action perform చేస్తే that is called monkey testing. If one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally, why we are doing in order to find out the stability of the application. So that type of testing is known as monkey testing. So if one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally, కావాలని, intentionally means కావాలని ఒక అప్లికేషన్ పైన మనం నెగిటివ్ టెస్టింగ్ చేస్తే, అబ్నార్మల్ యాక్షన్ పెర్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ monkey testing. So a test engineer should have negative mind setup, then only he will become a good test engineer. Test engineer ki negative mind setup also very very important. You should think like negatively. Whenever developing the application, developers always they will use positive mind setup. Whenever you are doing negative testing, then only you can get made more defects. So negative testing also very very important. Negative type of testing. So if one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application, so the type of testing is known as monkey testing. Next testing, reliability testing. Next testing, reliability testing. Monkey testing and reliability testing both are belongs to soak testings. Next testing, reliability testing. Reliability testing. Reliability testing means if one perform continuous actions on the application intentionally. So if one perform continuous actions on the application intentionally, కావాలని ఒక application పైన intentionally. So if you do any type of testing continuous actions, then that type of testing is known as reliability testing. Reliability testing means reliability testing, monkey testing both are belongs to soak testings. Both are belongs to soak testings. Monkey testing also belongs to soak testing. Intentionally we will do these two types of testings. Intentionally we are doing these two types of testing, that is reliability testing or monkey testing. If one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally, so the type of testing is known as monkey testing. If one perform continuous actions on the application intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application, so the type of testing is known as reliability testing. Reliability testing, monkey testing both are belongs to soak testings. So compulsory test engineer should have negative mind setup, then only will become a good test engineer. So we should take negative values also. We need to think negatively, then only we can get more defects. So these both testings are very very important, reliability testing or monkey testing. Next testing, expert testing. Next testing, expert testing. So In market we have different domains: banking domain, finance domain, healthcare domain, educational domain, insurance domain. We have different domains. So if one work with any one domain continuously 15 to 20 years, then he will become a expert. So this domain experts, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can perform testing on the application. So the type of testing is known as experts testing. This experts testing max experts testing max, only senior person only he can do, and that means only domain expert only he can perform this type of testing. That is experts testing. Only domain experts. If you work with any application like 10 to 15 years, if it is belongs to only banking domain, you will become a expert. Directly you can perform testing on the application. So the type of testing is known as experts testing. Only domain experts can do this type of testing, that is experts testing. Okay, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can perform testing on the application. So the type of testing is known as experts testing. Next to testing, photo testing. Port means client place. Port means client place. After installing the application into client environment, customer place లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన తర్వాత, so within that environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. Port is nothing but it is a client place. Port is nothing but it is a client place. So installation testing, we will install the application into client environment. After installing the application into client environment, within that
Sir, it is
environment,
related to all.
yes sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes sir, are you hearing
Is
me?
it related to alpha testing or beta testing?
No. Port testing
Hello.
means after installing the application into client environment. Beta testing or alpha testing we will not install into client environment. So if it is alpha testing, we will install the application into our environment. If it is beta testing, we will install the application into third party location. But here is port means client place. After installing the application into client environment, within the environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So compulsory we need to do port testing. So after installing the application, so installation testing means we will install the application into client environment. That is installation testing. After installing the application into client environment, within that environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. Port is nothing but client place. Client place so we will do testing. Client place we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. After installing the application into client environment, within that environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. Next testing, mutation testing. So mutation testing means after developing the application, if we do any changes to that application, if we do any changes, we will raise the defect to developers. So developers will rectify, but we will do any changes to that application. So that is called mutation testing. After developing the application, after testing the application, we will do some changes to that application. We will do some changes to that application. So the type of testing is known as mutation testing. In the every project, we will do some changes to that application. That is customer requirement or suggestion or order or complaint, whatever it is. We will do some changes. The changes done by developers only, but we will do some changes. So that is called mutation testing. Next testing, ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing means we have some work. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month. We have some work, only you are the only one person, for example. So we have some work. If you want to complete this work, it will take nearly 30 days. It will take 30 days. Suddenly, your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying, at any cost, you should complete this work today itself. You should complete this work today itself. This is the work. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month. But suddenly your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying, at any cost, you should complete this work today only. What will you do? We have some work, sir. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month. Suddenly your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying, at any cost, you completed this work today itself. What will you do? చెప్పండి సార్ ఏం చేస్తారు? If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month, sir. Suddenly your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying, at any cost, you should complete this work today itself. Entire work ఈ రోజే అయిపోవాలన్నారు. ఏం చేస్తారు? After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing we will do in rare situation. We will do in rare situation. So చాలా rare గా చేస్తాం. Why? Because so whenever you are working with any software company, regularly they will follow scheduling perfectly. So if they follow scheduling perfectly, then there is no chance. There is no chance to perform this type of testing. That is ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ad hoc testing. సతీష్ గారు వచ్చారా? హలో
హలో
సతీష్ గారు ఉన్నారా?
సార్. సార్ ఇప్పుడే నెట్ పోయింది. అదే నేను క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాను కదా, అప్పుడు నెట్ పోయింది.
అర్థం కాదు, మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి.
అదే మీరు ఎక్స్పర్ట్ పోర్ట్ టెస్టింగ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు నేను ఆల్ఫా బీటా టెస్టింగ్ గురించి అడిగాను కదా, అప్పుడు నెట్ కనెక్షన్ డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది.
పోర్ట్
ఒకసారి పోర్ట్
టెస్టింగ్
టెస్టింగ్ గురించి రిపీట్ చేయగలరు ప్లీజ్?
port testing. Port testing means client place. After installing the application, after developing the application, after installing the application into client environment, within that environment, application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. Port is nothing but it is a client place, customer place. After installing the application into client environment, within that environment, the application is properly working or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called port testing. Port is nothing but it is a client place. Compulsory we need to go to customer place, and based on the customer requirements they will give one installation document. Using that installation document we will install the application to client environment. If at all installation successful, then we can come to a conclusion that the given guidelines correct. Otherwise we can come to a conclusion that the given guidelines not correct. That is called port testing. Port is nothing but it is a client place. Next testing, mutation testing. After developing the application, after testing the application, we will do some changes to that application. We will do some changes. So that changes done by developers only, but we will raise the complaint or request or order or customer requirement, whatever it is. They will do some changes to that application. So that is called mutation testing. Next, ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing means we have some work. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month. It will take 1 month. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month. Suddenly, your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying at any cost you should complete this work today itself. What will you do? Em chestar. ఒక వర్క్ ఉంది, ఆ వర్క్ డైలీ 10 అవర్స్ చేస్తే 1 మంత్ పడుతుంది. సడన్ గా టీమ్ పేరు వచ్చారు,
Distributing the work to others.
we will do ROC testing. ROC testing means after understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called ROC testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. Here is scheduling perfectly. Each and every software company so perfectly they will follow scheduling. So here is after understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style. మనకు సంబంధం లేకుండానే మనం టెస్టింగ్ చేస్తాము. అంటే మన ఓన్ స్టైల్లో చేస్తాం. మనకు సంబంధం లేకుండా అంటే దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే దెర్ ఇస్ నో ప్రాసెస్. అవర్ ఓన్ స్టైల్ ఆఫ్టర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ వెరీ క్లియర్లీ, అవర్ ఓన్ స్టైల్ వీ విల్ డూ టెస్టింగ్. సో దట్స్ వై దట్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ అరహా టెస్ట్. అర్థమైంది సార్? అడాక్ టెస్టింగ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ సార్. ఫస్ట్ బిల్డ్ యాక్సెప్టెన్స్ టెస్టింగ్, రిగ్రెషన్ టెస్టింగ్, రీటెస్టింగ్, ఆల్ఫా టెస్టింగ్. ఈ మూడు నాది అడుగుకున్న మీకు అసలు జాబ్ ఇవ్వరు. కంపల్సరీ ఈ మూడు టెస్టింగ్లలో ఏదో ఒకటి రోజు మంచి ఎగ్జాంపుల్తో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. వాట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ జస్ట్ లైక్ వెయిట్, హౌ వీ కెన్ టెస్ట్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్. సార్
Yes.
సతీష్ లెఫ్ట్ అని వచ్చింది అయితే. హౌ వీ కెన్ టెస్ట్ ద అడాక్ టెస్టింగ్ సార్? యాక్చువల్ అయితే దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఛాన్స్ కదా. ఒకవేళ 1 month లో చేయాల్సిన వర్క్ 1 day లో చేయాలంటే ఇది ఇంపాసిబుల్ కదా.
No, no, not.
ఎస్,
వినిపిస్తుందా
ఇంపాసిబుల్.
సార్?
ఎస్, సంథింగ్ బెటర్ దాన్ నథింగ్ సార్. సంథింగ్ బెటర్
Yeah.
దాన్ నథింగ్. చేయలేమని సైలెంట్ గా ఉండే బదులు ఏదో ఒకటి చేస్తాం, దాన్నే అడాక్ టెస్టింగ్ అంటారు. ఆఫ్టర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ వెరీ క్లియర్లీ, అవర్ ఓన్ స్టైల్ వీ విల్ డూ టెస్టింగ్. Successfully we can't complete that work 100%. We can't complete that work successfully, but we will do something. So that is called adag testing. So ఒకవేళ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా 100% కంప్లీట్ చేయగలిగితే ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ we will do adag testing only, but we can't say. So here we will not complete 100% successfully, but we will do something better than nothing. That's the reason we will do adag testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. So that's why that is called adag testing. Right. Next testing very very important testing, that is security test. Security testing. మరి security testing we will do in 3 ways. One is authentication testing. Authentication testing. First one, authentication testing. So customer want one application. The username field should take AAA, password should take BBB. That is the customer requirement. Customer is saying that username field should take AAA. Username field should take AAA. Username field should take AAA. Password field should take BBB. Username field should take AAA. Password field should take BBB. Not only right username, right password. If I take wrong username, wrong password also, that time also it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So not only correct username, correct password, we will take wrong username, wrong password. In that situation also, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called authentication testing. Not only right username, right password. Okay, if I give wrong username, wrong password, that time also it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called authentication testing. Wrong username, wrong password, both we will give, and using that username and password, we can allow the application. And not only right username, right password. If I give wrong username, wrong password, then only it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called authentication testing. Authentication, wrong username, wrong password we are giving, and we are try to access the page. In that situation, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called authentication testing. Next, direct URL testing. Direct URL testing. So after opening the page or mail, our mail, so top of the page we can get one URL. Our mail URL we can get it. Using that URL, if they want access from another system, in that situation it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called direct URL testing. Not only right username, right password. So if it is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called authentication testing. Why we are saying authentication testing? So you, after giving username and password, if you click on login button, it will take some time. Ring, 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 ring. It will take some time. After some time, it will open the home page. That means, so in the authentication time, it will check the actual username and password. Using that username password, if it is both are same, it will give true, otherwise it will give false. False means error message. True means, so it will open the home page or admin page. Okay, next, direct URL testing. After entering our mail, top of the page we can get one URL. Using that URL, if someone they want to access that mail, so it is allowing or not, we will check. So that's why that is called direct URL testing. Only using URL they want to access that page. In that situation, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So usability testing and security testing, both we will do extra. So if it is customer is saying or not saying, customer cheppina cheppకపోయినా కానీ compulsory we will do this two types of testing: security testing and usability testing. Next, firewall leakage testing. Third one, firewall leakage testing. Firewall leakage testing. What is firewall leakage testing? Each and every software company, already I told you, each and every software company separately they will maintain common repository. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total company information, upcoming project information, recently completed project information, total turnover, how many employees available in the company. So total information they will store in one repository. Repository means external hard disk or one computer. So that is called common repository. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total company information. So if you want to access or view the information, compulsory you should have username and password. Then only we can see the total contents of the common repository. So that purpose, each and every software company, they will give username and password. Using that username and password, we can access the information, we can edit the information, we can delete the information, so we can do many actions. So I'm the test engineer, I'm working with a software company, so using my username and password, I can access up to year only. Why? Because I'm the test engineer. My username and password, I can access up to year. Project lead, I can access, he can access up to year. Up to year. Project lead, this is the team lead. Team lead, this is the project lead. Using that username and password, you can access up to year. Company CEO, he has username and password. Using that information or login details, you using username and password, you can access up to entire information. He can add the information, he can delete the information, he can edit the information. If you want to do any modification, he can do it. Why? Because he has one username. That username and password, using that username and password, we can access the entire information. So now, firewall leakage testing means one level of users using that username and password, they want to access other level of pages. In that situation, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called firewall leakage testing. One level of users using that username and password, they want to access other level of pages. In that situation, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's all. That is called firewall leakage testing. One level of users using their username and password, if they want to access other level of pages, in that situation it is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's why that is called firewall leakage testing. Firewall leaning is an example చెప్పండి సార్ అంటే Act Fiber Net. So using that username and password, we can work with in office, as well as if you have connection with the beam table. So in the home also we can access it. So ఇక్కడ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఇంటికి పోయి కూడా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. There is no firewalls. So these are the types of testing, 18 types of testing. So usability testing, end-to-end testing, monkey testing, experts testing, and port testing, mutation testing, RAG testing, security testing, reliability testing. These are the testing types. 18 types of testing we will perform whenever you are working with any software company. So we will perform only one type of testing, but whenever you are learning, we will learn all type of testing. So, but whenever you are working with a software company, we will perform only one of type of testing. So which one we will perform, we can't say, but based on the project, so we will involve only one of type of testing. If you yes, if you, whenever you are facing the interview, that time they may ask you like in the firewall leakage testing. Whenever you are facing the interview, that time they may ask you like security testing చేశారంటే yes, we did security testing. Usability testing చేశారంటే yes, చేశాం. సో ఈ రెండు మాత్రం కంపల్సరీ చేస్తాం. అంటే ప్రతి టెస్టర్ కంపల్సరీ ఈ నీడ్ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్ ఇన్ ద సెక్యూరిటీ టెస్టింగ్ as well as usability testing. Usability means user friendly or not. Security testing, minimum we are giving the security or not. So compulsory we should give security minimum, we should provide security. లేకపోతే అప్లికేషన్ వేస్ట్. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నా మెయిల్ ఉంది, నా మెయిల్కి సెక్యూరిటీ లేదనుకుందాం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో దేర్ ఇస్ నో యూజ్ కదా. సో అందుకని కంపల్సరీ we will perform security testing as well as usability testing. These are the 18 types of testings we already learned. 18 types of testing. First one is bill acceptance testing. Second one is regression testing, retesting, alpha testing, beta testing, static testing, dynamic testing, installation testing, compatibility testing, usability testing, and end-to-end testing, and port testing, monkey testing, and reliability testing, and experts testing, and mutation testing, security testing, or RAG testing. These are the 18 types of testings. Any doubts, sir? Sir, Unnara? Oh my God. నాకు నేనే చెప్పుకున్నానా ఏంటి? సార్ సతీష్ గారు, సతీష్ గారు